Reaction to all of this from New York Congressman Lee Zeldin. Congressman, good to have you. What do you make of the president's position on this? No one is focusing on these constant leaks, not ultimately what is leaked, the fact that we are constantly seeing leaks, a lot more so in this new administration.
I think it's an important concern on the part of the president. He may be the most concerned because so much has gotten leaked out, not just since he was elected president, but also since he's taken the oath of office. So I imagine he is greatly concerned, and he wants to get to the bottom of it to prevent it because it greatly impacts America's national security. He has a job to uphold. There's one mandatory function constitutionally of our federal government to provide for the common defense. So he wants to identify those leaks and close them. So it's a reasonable position from that front.
You know, obviously, you can read hypocrisy to both parties on this. I'm not saying you specifically, sir, but Republicans weren't necessarily concerned about leaks when all this treasure trove of stuff came out, and the Hillary Clinton emails and the John Podesta emails and all that. It was the final material and talking about it that was the issue. Now the roles are reversed. It's a big issue. You could just as well say the same in reverse about Democrats, but what do you make of that?
Well, I actually thought it was a big issue previously. Cybersecurity is a whole new form of warfare. It greatly threatens our government, our infrastructure, businesses, individuals. Whenever you have foreign governments, we've heard the Russians, the Chinese, other actors, you have people acting on their own to be able to obtain personal identifying information from large businesses here in the United States and elsewhere. That's a massive concern regardless of whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. So on a whole other level, when we're talking cybersecurity, I mean, that's something that we're up our game on big time.
We can go back and forth on what the retired General Flynn knew and when he knew it, or what even the president knew and when he knew it. But all I know is that stocks have been running like crazy. So they seem to be dismissing this and more focused on the fact that Republicans are going to come up with, as the president indicated today, with retail CEOs, massive tax cuts, and all will be right. Do you agree with that? Or I know you're not a stock picker and all, but do you ever think that the markets are pricing in perfection from you guys?
Well, the media, much of the media wakes up in the morning and they're trying to figure out how to sabotage this president and how to undercut him, when the fact of the matter is that the agenda in Washington on specific issues, when we're talking about overhauling Dodd-Frank, GSE reform, reforming our flood insurance program, having tax reform, investing in infrastructure, repealing Obamacare, these are the issues that everyone else is focused on to move our country in a better direction. So, as far as stocks go and the market and the economy as a whole, I think they're very encouraged, understanding that Dodd-Frank, for example, actually perpetuated too big to fail, where bad actors knew that U.S. taxpayers will bail them out if they did something wrong. So the stock market is responding appropriately.
Congressman, great catching up with you. Thank you.